Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and friends, both joining us here in historic Budapest and also online all across Europe, a very warm welcome to all of you here at the Enterprise Europe Network 2024 Annual Conference. My name is Ricardo Cardoso, and I will be honored to be here today as your Master of Ceremonies, working around such a vibrant, committed, and innovative group of minds such as yourselves. And I'd like to start by expressing our collective appreciation to the organizers of the event, namely the European Commission and the European Innovation Council and SMEs Executive Agency, as well as our full gratitude to our host, EEN network partner, the Hungarian Export Promotion Agency, without whose collaboration none of this would be possible. The EEN Annual Conference, thank you. The EEN Annual Conference is set up as a hybrid conference with all the sessions that are taking place here in the Patria room being streamed live, and this ensures that our discussions can resonate beyond the walls of this building and reach all parts of Europe where members of our network are making an impact. And where is the EEN network today? Well, it stands stronger than ever with 574 organizations spread over 52 countries. And this is a proof of your shared commitment to supporting growth and success of European SMEs, of which you as the networks can certainly be very proud of. The overarching theme of this year's EEN Annual Conference is boosting the potential of European SMEs. And frankly, this isn't just a subtitle like Judgment Day and Terminator 2. It's a vision of what the EEN can turn into reality through effort, through innovative strategies, and through cross-border cooperations. Our sessions throughout the conference will be organized around 4 main strands, each linked to a different EU policy priority. So we have innovation and startups, secondly, industrial transition, thirdly, single market and beyond, and finally, quality and impact. And each of the workshops that you can attend will be linked to one of these strands. These strands represent the basis on which we'll build our discussions and share our insights over the course of the conference. And we have not only an enriching mix of workshops, we have an enriching mix of panels, speeches, and workshops lined up for you over the course of the next 3 days. And later this afternoon, after the coffee break, you will have the difficult choice between 4 different sessions, namely staying here in the Patria room for a discussion on the expectations around the new Commission and the College of Commissioners that are currently in hearings in the European Parliament. Number 2, going to the Bar Talk room where we will be talking about innovation around public procurement. Your third option is in the List room, where there'll be a discussion on the quality and impact of the EEN's work. And finally, last but not least, in the Lehar room, the topic will be about how to increase the resilience of the EEN network. And finally, in addition, beyond just these workshops and panels, for those who want personalized interaction, be it here in person, but also with people who may be watching online. We encourage you to take advantage of the matchmaking opportunities that this event produces, and for that you can use the app, which is B2Match, which you will be able to download both for your Apple and Android devices. And also, if you're meeting in person, you can use the dedicated area in the arcade restaurant here on the ground floor. Lastly, I would invite all participants when sharing their experiences online or posting something to use our hashtag, which is hashtag EEN2024. So just to remind you and make sure that you don't forget that, if I were to fall down the staircase and you do a funny video of it, please post it using the hashtag EEN2024. So, with all those introductions out of the way, let me hand you over to people who actually know the substance of the matter and who will be able to tell you much more about things and developments and provide you with ideas and thoughts for you to take home with. And our first speaker is Ms. Katalin Bihari. She is the Deputy State Secretary from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Hungary. She is an economist with a PhD in geopolitics, and as Deputy State Secretary, her portfolio includes not only trade policy and trade affairs, but also oversight over the Hungarian Export Promotion Agency. So without further ado, Ms. Bihari, thank you.
Dear participants, dear directors, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, first of all, for joining us today. It is an honor for me to welcome you in Budapest at the annual gathering of the Enterprise Europe Network, which is an event that highlights not only the power of collaboration, but also the great opportunities that lie ahead of us for small and medium-sized enterprises. We are here today to strengthen our bonds, to foster innovation, and to push the boundaries of what we can achieve together. First of all, let me express my appreciation to the European Commission, DG GROW, the European Innovation Council, and SME's Executive Agency, and all our partners for making today's event possible. I do trust that it's going to be a fruitful conference where you will have ample of networking opportunities, and you will you will take home tangible results as well. Ladies and gentlemen, EEN plays an integral role in promoting exports, serving and supporting SME sector as a reliable partner in the field of foreign market access. Through this network, we not only strengthen the competitiveness of our SMEs, but also create pathways for them to thrive in international markets. This collaboration is particularly vital for us in Hungary, as SMEs form the backbone of our economy and contribute significantly to our national growth. The adoption of a new European competitiveness deal is one of the main goals of the Hungarian presidency, emphasizing the need to enhance productivity and the competitiveness of the European Union and its member states. An essential component of this strategy is the support of SMEs, which are, as said, the cornerstone of European economy. Our presidency seeks to deepen the internal market and stimulate innovation. At the same time, our presidency is committed to advancing green and digital transitions, engaging European economic stakeholders and citizens in these efforts to ensure a sustainable economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hungarian Export Promotion Agency is the Hungarian consortium leader of EEN network, and as a background institution of our ministry, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, it helps more than 6,000 Hungarian enterprises to explore and assist their foreign market opportunities, to establish themselves abroad, to promote Hungarian exports and outward investment in line with the objectives set out in the national export strategy of our country. The range of services provided by the Hungarian Export Promotion Agency varies from company to company, depending on the export maturity of the business. For 16 years, the Hungarian EEN consortium has maintained national coverage with a dedicated team of nearly 80 staff members. Representing regional chambers of commerce and industry and business development foundations, these experts ensure uniformly high-quality service in all consultancy fields throughout the country. Their work guarantees that businesses in every region of Hungary can access the same level of expertise and support as they pursue opportunities ahead. The results of the collaboration speaks for itself. Since the launch of the Hungarian consortium in 2008, we have connected more than 80,000 companies to the EEN's vast business network. Over 15,000 companies have benefited from in-depth consultancy services, and about 30,000 SMEs have participated in events and workshops, both in Hungary and abroad. Therefore, the impact of EEN on Hungary's trade landscape is undeniable, with hundreds of businesses and research and development agreements concluded through the network's national and international reach. Ladies and gentlemen, in Hungary, SMEs account for more than 99% of our enterprises, making their success critical to our national economy. However, despite their overwhelming presence, the contribution of these SMEs to our export is still only around 20%, which is a figure that I believe can be significantly improved, among others, via the improved help of the EEN. EEN has proven to be a catalyst for our businesses, providing them with invaluable services such as matchmaking, international market insights, practical support in navigating complex trade regulations. We believe that this network opens doors, enables businesses to explore new markets, build strategic partnerships, and enhance their competitiveness. The EEN's role in fostering innovation and facilitating international cooperation cannot be overstated. In a rapidly evolving world, Hungarian businesses increasingly focus on digital transformation and sustainability. Therefore, it is essential to help them adapt to these trends, ensuring that they not only keep pace, but also lead the way by adopting new technologies and sustainable practices. As we look to the future, I'm confident that the EEN network will continue to be an essential partner of Hungary, of Hungarian companies, European companies, and international members as well in achieving our shared goals. The challenges facing our SMEs are numerous, but I'm convinced that we can turn these challenges into opportunities. Our objective is to foster a more innovative, sustainable, and resilient European economy, with Hungarian and European businesses playing an important role. Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you all for your dedication to supporting today's event, for participating, and I look forward to the fruitful discussions that lay ahead of us in the coming 2 days. So good luck, and thank you very much again for coming.
Many thanks to Deputy State Secretary Bihari for that warm welcome, and we'll be looking to produce on the level of expectations. Now, I do not need many notes for my next speaker, for he is my boss. Next speaker is Mr. Jakub Boratinsky, Director for Networks and Governance and Director General for Internal Market, Industry, Entrepreneurship and SMEs of the European Commission. In this post, he is responsible for single market policies related to services, skills and market surveillance, as well as for supporting industrial networks and alliances such as the EEN. He is a graduate of the London School of Economics and University of Warsaw in International Relations and Law, and joined the European Commission in 2006. Jakub, thank you very much.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues, dear friends, fantastic Enterprise Europe Network family. It's my 3rd annual conference, and I'm extremely happy to be here with you to see so many familiar places. And I'm very much looking forward to the event this year, which is not just the moment to kind of regularly meet, but it's also truly a chance to celebrate the fantastic work that you are doing, and actually also take a stock of the way we have completed, but also what's ahead of us. And last but not least, I think it's also a moment when we can actually charge each other with the energy that we basically need, confronting on a daily basis, the challenges, and also in our difficult mission of supporting SMEs in the difficult climate. And of course, I want to extend my very warm thanks to our fantastic hosts who receive us in Budapest, the Hungarian Export Agency, who has been very much instrumental in organizing this event. And also, I would like also to thank the 7 other partners which are part of Hungarian consortium. EEN Hungary, is indeed, has always been playing an active role in the life of the network. To give one example, in the current cycle of EN since 2022, the consortium has scored more than 300 achievements, with the majority of this in digital and health ecosystems, which are also so critical for European competitiveness. And indeed, we had a fantastic opportunity to meet several companies this morning. And again, I have been very much persuaded about the potential that is here. So Ricardo was already saying it's not just the subtitle, boosting the potential of SMEs. We really mean it. And I think this is also the voice loudly heard in the run-up to this new commission. And I think we would be also using this event to really tap into each other's ideas of how we can make it really happen. So I really want to congratulate you on achievements of the last 3 years. Why I'm talking about 3 years, because indeed we are ahead of the next 3-year cycle, and there have been really many important accomplishments, which also very much demonstrated that the network is agile and basically it responds to the world that is changing at an increasingly faster pace. One example are sustainability advisors. We turned this abstract concept into a reality of real experts within the EN who can actually give practical advice to the companies, how actually to make these high-level goals into the practical business opportunities. We have expanded our cooperation with Digital Cluster and European Digital Innovation Hubs to provide a joint upset of services to the SMEs using digital technologies. And I think that also very much reflects the leitmotif of what we have been often saying over this last few years, that we really need, to identify wherever we can synergies, because our goal is common together with other networks. We are living in the time of high energy prices, which are often actually mentioned as the challenge number one for the companies. In that context, I'm also glad that we have been making progress with our energy efficiency action, which also was the way how actually SMEs can reduce, the use of the energy, translating into the size of bills that they are paying. Since I'm on that topic, I would like also to announce that we will be having a second call opening on 2nd December to distribute funding to more SMEs. Last year, we have celebrated 30th anniversary of Single Market, and I would like again to thank you so much for active participation of many of your member organizations in those events. And the Single Market thematic group was playing an active role in also feeding us with the information about the barriers, about the burden that businesses are facing when they are trying to operate across national boundaries within the single market. And they have been really very important source for an important tool of the Commission, that is the Single Market Barriers Tracker. And SME feedback, indeed, with all these new initiatives, has been playing a very, very big role. Well, it's nothing new, the crises continue. We have emerged from pandemics, but the war on the European continent continues. The Resilience Task Force that was formed in response to this crisis has provided crucial support to businesses how to better weather the storm. And in that context, again, I want to thank those of you who have been very much active in supporting Ukraine through this difficult period, which again, is at this moment, we don't see a clear end of it. And again, also occasion to welcome among us the Ukrainian members of the network. Our SME clients are on top of it, of course, facing rising costs. The inflation has been a factor for you as well, not just for your clients. We have been, that was very also much my commitment to listen to you, to listen to your needs, to see how we can be faithful to the idea that the network really is flexible and changes according to the needs. we really made an effort in the new call to take steps that would give you tools and resources to make your work both effective as well as, to the extent possible, less burdensome. One element of that is simplified KPI system to reduce the reporting burden on you. So again, not just reporting burden on companies, but also on you. And also how we can adjust the budget for network supporting activities. Well, I can say we made the best efforts, but we are still operating within those constraints. Again, these are one of the issues that I very much also continue to count on your informal feedback. And again, I also, whenever I kind of travel and see all of you, that is why I've also very much value, you know, the open, frank exchanges between us. Now, let's turn to the future. You know, we just had US elections, so which of course, you know, are very, very important factor for us. The European Union, the European Commission is committed to the transatlantic relationship, but of course, you know, we know that we need to be ready to the new developments. We are really meeting at a very moment in Budapest. Tomorrow we will have a meeting of the European Council starting here in Budapest, where leaders of member states are coming, and they will be discussing, among others, the future of European competitiveness that I think became over the last couple of years at the very center of Europe's efforts to overcome these multiple crises. And in the run-up to the new Commission that is expected to take the steer in a couple of weeks, we have these two very important reports, Letta report on the future of the single market and Mario Draghi report on the future of European competitiveness. They provided a very rich input into the plan and ideas for the next mandate. While a lot needs still to be figured out in terms of details, certain key directions are clear. Prosperity and competitiveness is very much now at the forefront, and that needs to be read jointly with the objective of the decarbonization. We know that with all the efforts that we want to take, we want decarbonizations to be an opportunity for European industry and European businesses, and not a competitive disadvantage in a global perspective. That needs also to translate into making sure that we have really very strong business case in Europe for investment. Mario Draghi, in quite spectacular manner, presents the case for investment, the magnitude of investment that is needed for Europe to remain competitive and safeguards its values, which on the one hand requires serious injection from public sources to de-risk private investment, but of course, fundamentally, this necessary investment in Europe's future needs to come from private sector. So these issues will be very much at the heart of reflection in the European Commission about the future multi-annual budget and the competitiveness fund that is one of the key objectives for our future commissioners. And finally, we cannot have an effective industrial policy, we cannot have truly competitive European economy if we will not fully use the potential of the single market. And again, this is the area with which we were collaborating with you, and we expect more to happen. So the President von der Leyen has tasked our future Commissioner, Executive Vice President Stéphane Séjourné, who is going to undergo a hearing in the European Parliament next Tuesday, with a number of key deliverables. So, Clean Industrial Deal, which is going to be basically a blueprint for an industrial policy under this new mandate, a kind of plan of action for next 5 years. You can expect it really very soon, in the first 100 days of the new European Commission. Startup and scale-up strategy, very important for our clients. New competitiveness fund, which I have already mentioned, and last but not least, single market strategy, on which my team actually would be working, in that work we will be directly involved. And on all these issues, I'm absolutely convinced that the network can play a key role. But this is not all. You know, artificial intelligence is one of these hot topics that we will discuss during this conference. The focus on security and dual-use technologies that has been very much debated and now has been prominently raised by the report recently published by the former Finnish Prime Minister, Mr. Niinisto, which again builds also a practical case of how companies can actually find new opportunities in these times when we basically have to invest in our defense capabilities. Looking long term, and I think this is again where all our efforts at the end of the day should also translate into the vision of how we want to see the next multi-annual budget to support European competitiveness through the Competitiveness Fund. And again, I think you are well placed to give us also the best advice how within that context we can use the potential of European SMEs. Many fundamental questions are ahead of us. Indeed, how we can actually provide a meaningful contribution in a targeted way into our future political priorities, how to make sure that we make a true difference in lives of European SMEs. And in that context, I clearly see that it's very much, feeling in Brussels, we need really to decisively cut red tape and simplify the rules. That is very much one of the flagship initiatives of this new Commission. One of the executive vice presidents in particular will be tasked with that task, but we basically, all of us will have to contribute as in the past. We really count on you. Let me conclude, dear colleagues. The EN purpose is the same as it always has been, helping European SMEs to innovate, to grow and scale up in the single market and beyond. And beyond is very important because here in this room we not only have European network member partners, but also our partners from across the world. We need to be aligned, inclusive, visible, and most importantly, we need to ensure that our actions are impactful. We are committed to make this event a success story and EN a success story which can be actually continued in the future. But I said a lot of very serious things, many serious questions, but again, it's also a time for enjoying our presence, for feeling being part of a bigger family. So I wish you a truly successful and inspiring conference, and I'm extremely happy to be here with you today. Thank you very much.
Many thanks to Jakub Boratyński for that speech. And our next speaker is Jean-David Malo. Since April 2021, he is the director of the European Innovation Council and SMEs Executive Agency. He has been in the Commission in several different functions since 2001, in particular in the Director General for Research and Innovation. He studied at the Institut National Supérieur des Sciences Économiques et Commerciales in Paris and at the University of California, Berkeley. And with that, I believe I've done a full introduction of Jean-David Malo, and I ask him to join me on stage. Thank you.
Dear Deputy State Secretary Biari, dear Director, dear Kuba, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues from this remarkable network and from the Commission as well as the Executive Agency dealing with the IC and SMEs. It's a great pleasure for me to be here today. You will see that with Kuba, we have a lot of commonalities. It's also my third annual conference. We have other commonalities together, but I will come to them a bit later in my short speech. A great pleasure to be here because I think that, as it was mentioned by Kuba a few seconds ago, I think the first thing that we have to do is to celebrate our achievement. I mean, one thing that is absolutely essential, especially in front of difficult times, is also to be proud of what we have achieved. And not only to focus on the difficulties that are ahead of us, the challenges that we have ahead of us. I'm rather sure that all of us, we will do our best in order to tackle them, but we should also celebrate what we have achieved. And first of all, I would like to celebrate Hungary's success, as well as the network's impact. It's a rare privilege, of course, to be here in Buda and in the surrounding pest region that are very important engines of Hungarian growth, thanks to extensive projects and investments that are driving the country towards a greener, carbon-free and smarter future. It's absolutely clear that Hungary stands as a best practice model regarding the leveraging and the relevant use of cohesion and research and innovation funds. In this context, I would like to highlight that since 2014, Hungarian organizations have participated in over 48,000 EU-funded projects, fostering invaluable collaboration with top researchers and innovation. And this is the Europe we all envision and support every day, and that we should keep in mind that, as it was mentioned by Kuba a few minutes ago, with more than 300 achievements, the EN Hungarian Consortium is a part of a dynamic group of smaller countries making remarkable strides. And in 2024, this is something I would like to start by recalling. I would like also to recall that our network has truly flourished. The success of this is, first of all, thanks to its members. And I would like you to celebrate yourself by what you have achieved, first of all, and I would like to applaud you, first of all, for what you have done. You have raised the quality of the services to new heights, with 99% of clients affirming the value and personalization of these services, and this is quite something, 99%. Your commitment is absolutely clear, and the visibility of your activity have also increased. I will not recall all the achievements that were mentioned rightly by Kuba in the previous speech, but this must be kept in mind. I just would like to quote, for example, success stories like the EN Hungary work with Visible Crossing Limited, helping them launch a pioneering pedestrian safety system and expand Safe X1 beyond national markets. So, first, let's celebrate what we have achieved. Second, and it was also mentioned by Kuba a few minutes ago, we are not only looking at the development within the Union or our neighborhood partner, but also beyond. And I would like to underline the recent call to expand our family of international partners even further, because this is also a very powerful tool in order to support, of course, our companies, our innovators worldwide, but also to export worldwide the vision we have of our society and of our value. So this is something absolutely essential. My second main message is, of course, in direct relation with the work of our executive agency and with my now traditional state of play with our IT platform. I remember the first time I came and it was a dramatic situation. We had a huge issue with the IT platform. I was just informed a few weeks before the annual conference, but I came. And I say that I commit that we will tackle the issue. It was in Prague. In Bilbao, we reported what we have achieved. And today I would like to highlight the improvements that we have made to the new network IT platform. We understand that the adaptability and the resilience of the network depend on having the right tools, and this is something which is really at the heart of the preoccupation of my team within ESMEA dealing with this, especially as we are navigating this transformative time. I am proud that we have delivered, in fact, a more stable platform, which is with a stability rate of 99% now. Technical issues have been dramatically reduced, and I would like here to thank you also very much for the great feedback and cooperation that took place with you in order to adapt new features and to simplify as far as possible your work. Now you can search across all community features, client profiles, events, and directories, and access e-learning modules on the network IT tools to improve familiarity and effectiveness. And in addition, partnering profiles and events can now be downloaded automatically, making promotion through your own system much easier. A new client transfer feature will also allow organizations to work more seamlessly in a hub-and-spoke fashion. And looking ahead 2025, we remain committed to continuously improve the current system, including enhancing the network directory and developing a reporting dashboard to better track your activities and outcome. And I can assure you that together with my team and together with Birgit, Natalia, Muriel, and other colleagues that are present, we are dedicating a full commitment to ensure that this will continue to improve and to be delivered. The last message will be a complement, in fact, to what was already said brilliantly by Director Buratinsky. It is indeed the right moment to look ahead and to seize new opportunities with the next Commission. I will not repeat what Kuba said brilliantly a few minutes ago, with the various orientation, the political guidelines laid out by our President von der Leyen, and the main objective that are presented in the mission letters of the designated commissioners or EVP. I just would like to complement what was said, especially in order to highlight what kind of synergies can be established on which we should think about in view of the next multi-financial framework, and where I do believe also that EN can play a key role. On top of the so now very famous report of Mr. Letta and Mr. Draghi, another report has been published a few weeks ago. This is the ETER report. The ETER report is a report in order to support the future of the framework program for research and innovation. And it is complementing perfectly, in fact, what is in the Letta and the Draghi report, especially in order to support, of course, research and innovation, but in particular, innovative procurement, that we will talk about in a couple of hours this afternoon, startups and scale-up, as it was mentioned also by Kuba a few minutes ago, and in particular also to increase and strengthen the support to access to capital for our innovators. And it's not by surprise that the designated commissioner for research and innovation has now a portfolio which is called Startups, Innovation and Research. The Startup and Scale-up Task Force that Kuba mentioned rightly, and on which, of course, EVP Séjourné will play a key role, especially also in the context of the implementation of the Competitiveness Fund, is under the responsibility of Commissioner-designated Zayareva. And in her hearing yesterday, she said clearly that this will be one of its most important priority, and especially, again, also in the 100 days. In this context, we can immediately see, and I'm sure that you have noted, that it's evident that some additional synergies must take place between the future framework program for research and innovation, and in particular what will be the future of the European Innovation Council, and the EN, and a number of activities that are already existing. I'm thinking about the thematic groups. I'm thinking about the possibility to set up a stronger collaboration between various consortia. And I see there the possibility to have an even bigger impact for the EN in order to support our promising deep tech innovators in Europe for their rapid scale-up in the future. And it's, as mentioned by Kuba, time to think about it, because the proposal of the Commission for the next MFF will take place in something like a year, so meaning tomorrow. It's a unique opportunity to be sized, and in the coming years, it's obvious, as mentioned by Kuba, that Europe must decarbonize, must reindustrialize, must pursue the Green Deal, while, of course, as a clear umbrella, enhancing its competitiveness, and in this context, the Competitiveness Fund will play a key role. And I am very confident that the network, the various groups like the energy-intensive industry and renewable energies experts, I was mentioning the thematic group on startups, and other key actors could play a key role in order to contribute to the reflection on this initiative. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that this annual conference is coming to a very right moment where all together we can contribute at our various places, in our various roles, to the preparation of an ambitious vision for the future of the European economy and its competitiveness, with at the heart of it our small and medium enterprise. Albert Einstein said that in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. We have a lot of difficulties in front of us, but I do believe that if we are all committed, we have a lot of great opportunities in front of us, and Europe should remain that she has a lot of assets in her entrepreneurs, innovators, researchers, universities, enterprise, intermediaries like you, and that we should be proud of what we can achieve and continue to believe that we have a great future in front of us, and I'm rather sure that you will play a key role for this. Thank you for your attention.
Many, many thanks to Jean-David Malo for his statement. And our next speaker is Melinda Цагány. She is from the Hungarian Export Promotion Agency, where she is responsible for the coordination of the Hungarian Consortium, so our hosts. And she is an economist and supports SMEs in particular on textile and the creative sectors, as well as advising on business development opportunities regarding the American and third countries' markets. She will be presenting the client journeys of 3 Hungarian SMEs. And so for the next segment of the opening ceremony, I will be leaving you in her capable hands. Please turn on stage.
Thank you very much, Ricardo. Good afternoon, everyone. It is quite impressive to take part in the opening ceremony. Yesterday we had a rehearsal and the auditorium looked much different without you, of course, but I'm glad to welcome all of you here in Budapest on behalf of the Hungarian Consortium. I am representing the HEPA, Hungarian Export Promotion Agency, which is the back office of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade. We are the leader of the Hungarian Consortium, consisting of 8 members, 5 chambers of commerce and 2 business development agencies, and of course the HEPA. Here I would like to thank the great collaboration of the consortium, the host leaders, regional managers, and all of our colleagues as well. I think, yes, we work as old friends in the project, and I believe this is the basis for the success of the Hungarian Consortium. And of course, I personally would like to thank the great cooperation of the colleagues in Brussels in organizing such a great event. It was a pleasure and privilege to work with you. Thank you very much. Last year, I was delighted to participate in the annual conference in Bilbao. And actually, I bought a necklace and a ring with the local flower symbol. And I like it a lot. I wear it almost every day. And I hope that you will take away some similar good experiences and memories with you from your 3 days here. So in order to contribute to, to the great experience, I would like to introduce you 3 client journeys. So please welcome on stage the representatives of the companies. Here's the mic for you, if you want to grab. Thank you. So we chose those 3 companies because we have a long-standing business relationship with them, and we have provided them with a range of services. And that led not only to business success, but also we increased, through these services, their innovation capacity and resilience. They came from different parts of the country and they represent different sectors. And of course they are good friends, so we are curious about their honest opinion about the EN services and how we can improve our services better. So first, each company will have a short introductory video, and then we'll introduce themselves briefly and talk about the cooperation with the EN. The first company is the Manuel Fashion Ltd, represented by the CEO and owner, Mr. Bernadette Hornitz, and her daughter, Ms. Laura Schweitzer, head of marketing. So let's see their video.
Thank you, Marinda, for your warm introduction. I'm Laura Schweitzer, and I'm responsible for marketing and sales. As you saw in a short video, we are a glove manufacturing company based in Hungary, and we are operating as a family business. My grandfather established our company back in 1994, and he's still very actively involved in our company's everyday life. He's responsible for preserving the heritage and the craftsmanship of glove making, and also to pass this on to the new generations. And also my mother Bernadette and my uncle are part of our team. They are handling production, and they also oversee the company's leadership. And as the third generation, I'm responsible for bringing our own brand Kamarader gloves to the international markets, and to introduce a very fresh and new perspective that aligns to the demands of digitalization. And for the next topic, I'm going to give the floor to my mother Bernadette. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura, and nice to meet you, and thank you for the opportunity that we can be here. We are working together with the EN network since 2028, and it's a very interesting and good chance to step out for the international market. So we use several services in the network. We were in Amsterdam, Torino Fashion Week, B2B meetings, where we learn a lot about the possible partners and the sustainability. We have new information about the possibility to find grants like the energy call system, where we won 10,000 euro, and now we have a very fresh program, the Get Ready for Japan 2024. Where the last week was the online session, and the next week we are going for Tokyo, where we can make B2B meetings with potential partners. And of course, the EN helped for us to give visibility international, like this conference. So thank you all of your work that we can use these services.
Okay. Thank you very much. Just a technical announcement. Could you please keep the mic a bit closer than next time to your mouth? I just got this message. So the next company is the Innovatic Ltd, and represented by Mr. Csaba and Rudy, Head of International Business Development. So let's see their video.
Over the past 10 years, Innovatec has gained significant experience in software development in finance, healthcare, agriculture, and industry. Innovatec developments are a key direction for our company. This is demonstrated by the wide range of research and development projects, from the implementation of machine learning and bioinformatics processes to robotic solutions. Innovatec has initiated a number of highly innovative developments in the healthcare sector, including the development of a microbiome profiling analysis system. With the development of bioinformatics based on machine learning, we aim to explore new directions in genomics and microbiome research to improve the efficiency of early diagnosis and personalized therapy. In the context of cancer research, we have embarked on a large-scale project to analyze the association of distortions in functional genomic profiles with cancer. We are collaborating with several national and international medical universities in our research and development. Another main research area of our company is the search for new directions in the development of agricultural informatics. With our grape pruning robot development, we have gained significant experience in field image processing, spatial simulations, digital twin, AI-based decision support, and autonomous rover control. We have also enabled the support of vineyard training in a simulated environment using VR tools. The future of agriculture is now impossible to imagine without the use of targeted robotics solutions. The European region needs to catch up in the field of innovation, and we are doing our utmost to contribute to this. Innovatech is at the forefront of research and development.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Also, thank you for the opportunity to be here and talk a little bit about Innovatech. So, just a brief history. Innovatech was founded in 2011 by three former university friends who studied together. They are all as programmers. And they now all have PhD degrees and have published several articles in their field. One of them is the habilitated professor at the Eger University. This is important because it kind of shows that the scientific background and the academic level of the company stands out from the general software development company field. By nature, Innovatech has been a software development company from the start, but the owners already had a lot of innovative ideas in several fields, healthcare, agriculture as well, but many other areas, which I will not list today. Of course, these let's say, favorite projects need funding, therefore the commercial activities are also significant. And Innovatech has grown to be a company of size about 80 people at the moment, which is also significant in Hungarian terms. With a revenue steadily above 2 million euro per year. So our cooperation with the HEPA, so Hungarian Export Promotion Agency, started about 3 years ago. We had a lot of support receiving information about events and also organizing and invited to events. We have been to the UK, to Egypt, to Singapore, also to Dubai. Where the Export Promotion Agency in the end helped us to establish ourselves and demonstrate our capabilities. And in the last couple of years, our research and development profile on the EN network has received much interest from several countries, France, Germany, Lithuania, and we are already starting our cooperation with for instance, from the university in Lithuania for our medical developments, healthcare developments as well. So in this environment, the EN is very, very helpful for us because it's not only business-to-business matches, but also we are connected to a lot of institutions, universities, and partners that we can continue our research and development activities with. In the agricultural field, it's also interesting because we know that there is a lot of development, automation, industrial automation exists already in agriculture, but we aim to bring it to those areas which are more niche. As you know, probably know, Hungary is a famous winemaking country. We have really excellent wines. I can only suggest to try them. And there are some activities in there which really need a skilled work, which normal robots and automated equipment cannot do. Therefore, the machine learning part of this work process is very important for us, and they are working to improving this kind of automation and also study robotics automation in general in a virtual environment at the same time. So at the moment, these are our activities which are interesting for probably the international cooperation, but we have also a lot of other things. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The third company is the Visible Crossing Ltd, represented by Mr. Bence Márta, Embedded System Design Engineer. Let's see their video.
Welcome, everyone. I'm an AI presenter, here to introduce Visible Crossing Limited, a Hungarian company, and its partnership with the Enterprise Europe Network. Founded in 2016, Visible Crossing specializes in smart city solutions for road safety. Their mission is to enhance road users' safety from the moment they leave home until they return. Their flagship product, SafeX1, is a smart pedestrian crossing system that uses advanced lighting and laser technology to make pedestrians more visible to drivers. SafeX1 is already installed in 8 countries across 2 continents, from Albania through Germany to Brazil.
The team of Visible Crossing is committed to make the world a safer place. We are developing traffic safety solutions that meets the requirements of smart city, ensuring the efficient management of traffic and safety of pedestrians.
Visible Crossing's collaboration with the Enterprise Europe Network led to a successful presentation at Design Week Berlin 2023, resulting in a partnership with the German company Blohmen. SafeX1 has been installed in multiple locations in northwest Germany, including Heiden, Alpi, and Emstetten.
Our cooperation with the Visible Crossing Ltd was helped their international growth. Exploiting EEN's network of contacts plays an important role in the company's dynamic expansion.
As they expand, their mission remains clear: to make cities smarter, safer, and more connected. Thank you for your attention. Join Visible Crossing on this journey.
First of all, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to be here. And Visible Crossing was founded in 2016, but after years of development, our first sale was actually in 2020, which was an especially hard year for everyone because of COVID and the resulting material shortages such as chip shortage and the shortage of steel material. But we still managed, and from 2022 we started focusing on international expansion. What makes us unique is that we are trying to find a solution for a problem that affects everyone in the modern world, and that is road accident. We probably all know someone who has participated in a road accident during her life, and we would like to change that. And what we are doing is we are trying to develop innovative, robust, and financially viable solutions to reach the European Union's goals of reducing the number of fatal accidents on the roads. We started our partnership with EEN in 2018, and we have participated in many of their partnering and internalizational programs. Excuse me. We have connected them with numerous times, asking about countries such as Germany and Brazil, for example, and they took us to a lot of international events, of which the Design Week Berlin in 2023 resulted in a partnership with Blohm & Fuss, a German company who has already started the distribution of our systems in Germany. We are currently also negotiating with partners in Portugal and Belgium, also with the help of EEN. And we count on your help to spread our mission from the Nordics to the Mediterranean and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me mention that last week the EEN website published an article about the success you mentioned. Last year we had a company mission to Berlin, and with our Berlin partner colleagues we managed to find a distributor for you, and then it was a very good example of the hub and spoke model. You don't know what is it, but we know, of course. And then also with the sector group was involved, since I am in the creative sector group. So it's a very nice article. I just recommend you to read this if you have a little time for that. So since you are coming from different sectors, you are facing different challenges. And it is very important for us to know those difficulties and challenges you are facing. And first I'm asking the manual fashion, beautiful mother and daughter that who are here, that you are, what challenges are you facing as women and family entrepreneurs, and what are the difficulties of generation change?
It's a very hot topic for us. The generation change running in the company in the last 7 years, and it started with my father, who is 70 years old in this year, and the company is 30 years old in this year, so we celebrate birthdays. Of course, it's very hard, firstly, to think over how we can make it. We don't lose our father, we don't lose our background, but I think this was the solution, that we are a real family company, and we communicate very honest and very clear what helped for us that we can overbe the problems. And my father is very open. So open for the new ideas, and we, as you can see in our video, our motto is that we keep the handcrafted base, the good things, what means the past, and we try to combine the innovation and the new ways in the company. And it looks like it's working well. So in the leadership we are over the generation change 90%, and the generation change in the production level is much harder, because the younger generation is not, the skills are on different fields, not understand same as the material or the handcrafted things as the earlier generation. So we fight a little bit how we can teach the handcrafted trades. So it's now, this is the biggest challenge in the company. As a female entrepreneur, it's a little bit easier for me because we are in a family company. So in the company we didn't fight with this because I'm working with my father and my brother. We are equal in the company, so it's not a question. But outside, we are in the fashion industry. So in the fashion industry, I think the lady is a little bit easier as, for example, as an engineer. But if there is any such embarrassing situation for me, maybe easier because I have my father and brother, they stand by me and we can over the problems.
Okay, thank you very much. So, and now I am asking the Innovitech that what are the topics in which you see the direction of innovation development in the near future for yourself?
Yeah, this is something that also EN and international development helped with us, because when we first started to go abroad with our topics, then it was very clear that we have received by far the most feedback on the healthcare topics innovation. This is, of course, a hot topic everywhere, and everybody wants to improve life conditions. So this is also well funded, which in the current economy is very important. So medical research is very expensive, because we have to work with samples, we have to protect data, anonymity, and so on. And then, of course, the whole process of processing the samples and the microbiomes, for instance, that we work with, need to be funded somewhere. And also universities, especially if they are national universities, don't really have unlimited budget. Therefore, these funding options like Eurostars and Horizons and all these are a really good option. And it's much easier to find partners in this area. So for us, healthcare is number one, definitely, but also agriculture is an area we think, as I mentioned before, is absolutely critical for sustainable development. And in many, many countries, agriculture in general is a focus area, so we really have to support ourselves in this field. Therefore, these are the fields currently that we find partners easier. Traditional software development activities are difficult, so that is just not enough at the moment alone to support our activities in R&D, especially because we are a very ambitious company in this area.
Okay, thank you very much. I just would like to add that the topic you are searching is microbiome is a very hot topic in science, because a lot of illness is coming based in this in the microbiome. So I'm glad you are in this topic, because it's important for everyone. So thank you very much. So now I'm asking the Visible Crossing that what inspired the creation of the product? What was the origin? Because I heard that there was something what the CEO saw something, and just could you explain it?
Yes, in 2015, Laszlo witnessed the result of a pedestrian accident, and this motivated him to develop a simple yet effective solution that could significantly reduce the risk of pedestrian accidents, especially in dark environments. And others have since recognized his mission, and like-minded professionals, such as myself, joined him in this mission. And together now we are capable of doing much more complex solutions to combat this issue. And as a result, we are now not only aiming to reduce the risk for pedestrians, but we are also aiming to promote sustainable urban mobility in general.
Okay, thank you very much. And we have a short time for one short last question, but very important question. How we as EN can serve you better? Give us some tips and suggestions that what are the fields or topics we can improve our services further.
For us, it's very hard because the European production is more expensive in the last 10 years because salaries going up. So the handcrafted products are more expensive. So very hard to find for us, find the right leads and the right partners who can pay this level, the luxury level. And it's a little bit problem for us for the EN network searching that missing the buyer list or the distributors. More partners want to be sell, not buy. So this is the help for us in a small company. It's same as a factory, and the brand too is important question.
Thank you.
Okay, speaking from a software developer point of view, user experience and the easyability of finding matches through the website could be improved. So at the moment, the experience is fairly static. You have to go click through lists, read everything one by one, or just maybe use the filters manually. But I think it would be not very complicated to build out a kind of like a company profile, even with just simple hashtags or something that identifies and categorizes the company fairly well. And then the matchmaking could be made much more automatic. So also there's a lot of manual interaction at the moment. Whenever we want to contact a company, it has to go through at least 2 representatives of EN, which is I think necessary in terms of manual human approval. But I think the whole process could be much faster. And also some kind of proactive warnings when a new request is coming which matches our interest. If you could receive an automated email, just a short list about that, that would also speed up this whole matchmaking process very much. So I think this could be an area of improvement.
Yep, thank you very much.
For us, the biggest difficulties we faced is that when entering a new market, distribution partners usually expect a free pilot system, and at our current scale, which is basically just bigger than a startup, it's quite hard because our product is a relatively high value product and there is no real support framework for this kind of sales. And also we think that it's very hard to move on from a startup to a scale-up company, as we are in a spot where the venture capital is not available for us. We are now self-sustaining, but we are not yet available for other kinds of support, such as tenders, and banks have different frameworks. So we are kind of stuck between supports, and it limits our growth currently. And it is very hard to look for professional investors that would help our growth at this exact stage. And it's also, as road safety is a high priority, it is very hard for us to reach out to relevant ministries and authorities in certain countries, and it would be extremely helpful if EN could take up an active role in connecting us with such authorities.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. We will work on those suggestions. Of course, some are depending on us, but some are not. So we will do our best. And thank you very much for your contribution and sharing your views with us. To be honest, I think we all respect our clients a lot, since they are on the front line of businesses and they are the ones who give people's job. Our task is to support our clients the most professional way we can through the EN services, based upon their continuous feedback. Thank you very much for your attention.
Many thanks to Melinda Csagan for her presentation, and to our 3 Hungarian SMEs, Manuel Divat, Innovitech, and Visible Crossing, for sharing their fascinating journeys. And I would ask you perhaps to join me in a final round of applause, both for them and for our 3 earlier speakers, Katalin Bihari, Jakub Boratinsky, and Jean-David Malo. Thank you very much to all of you for inaugurating the 2024 annual conference. So that brings us close to the end of this first session of the 2024 EN annual conference. So once again, thank you all for being here, whether physically or virtually. Let's make the most out of this opportunity to network, to learn, and to contribute to the success of European SMEs. And with that, I wish you all a fruitful and engaging conference this year in Budapest. Thank you very much.